How you guys feeling tonight? I imagine a lot of you are feeling ecstatic. I know I am. It was a late night for me and a late night for Joe Dan and Sonia. Sonia's going to be on a little later. But what I'm really happy that I could contribute and pull Trump out of the fire with my cartoons. No, I'm just kidding. We got a little bit of a warm-up video while you're getting your comments ready. Now, this is an intro to Joe Dan's show, Intellectual Frog Legs, that he came out with just a day or so before the election. But I thought it'd be a good intro for us as well. So here we go. I'm going to play it.
Not come this far to just break down and lose now. I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Okay, girls. Let's go get 'em.
I've thought a bit of the shining city upon a hill, shining city upon a hill.
Welcome to Freedom City, where yesterday's dreams meet tomorrow's reality. This is a place where the spirit of the pioneers lives on, reborn in the heart of every citizen. Here, the hum of advanced technology blends seamlessly. It's a symphony of progress and tradition, playing in perfect harmony. In Freedom City, we've rediscovered the virtues that made America great. Honest work, fair pay, and the chance for anyone to rise to the top. Crime is just a fading memory here. Families thrive, businesses boom, and the American dream, it's alive and well. This is Freedom City, where every man, woman, and child is free to chart their own course, where prosperity isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. So come on down to Freedom City. The future's bright, and there's a place for you in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the greatest capitalist in the history of the United States of America, Elon Musk!
Wow. Just a little taste of what you'll enjoy if you go over to Intellectual Frog Legs and check out Joe Dan's latest video. I've already watched it a couple of times. I usually watch it 4 or 5 times, but it's because of the election, I haven't had a chance to watch it again. But I will. I'm going to, speaking to Joe Dan and Intellectual Frog Legs, we're going to bring him on right now. There he is. How's it going, buddy?
Man,
How you feeling?
just delirious with joy, and more on the delirious side. Yeah, yeah. I think I got like 3 hours sleep. I finally went to bed about 3 a.m. and I was sleeping pretty good. And I wasn't planning on getting up, but I'm sitting there sleeping, and all of a sudden it hit me. Trump won. Boom! I jumped out of bed. You had to run to my computer. Then yeah.
Yeah.
So then I went and tried to go back to bed. It was just been one of those days,
Yeah.
But it's
you and
been
millions of
awesome.
us. Yeah. You
Hey,
and millions.
let's bring Sonia. Let's bring
Wait,
Sonia in
let's
here.
do it. Let's bring some class into the show.
Yeah.
There she
Hey,
is, Sonia.
Sonita.
Equally as delirious. So, wiped out. I, I don't think it still hit me. Every once in a while, I get emotional, and it really happened. It's really over. We finally did it.
Your
You get in
microphone
this
sounds
track.
real
You get in
funny.
this track where year after year after or month after month, year after year of this certain train of thought, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're on a completely different plane.
Yeah, yeah.
Different place.
Yep.
Different place. I tell you what, I'm so excited about what's coming. I'm excited about my work. I'm excited about putting together these next episodes of Intellectual Frog Legs. Oh my goodness. We're shifting to F for fun. It's going to be, no, I mean, it's like these last 4 years, every day we get up, are we going to have like World War III? Is the dollar going to collapse?
My
Are Haitians going to come eat my dogs and cats? What the hell's going on, man?
my wife, she said, she said, she asked me, "How's the election going?" And I said, "Well, I'm optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic." And I said, "How you feeling?" She says, "Well, I'm pessimistically optimistic."
That's great. That's where I was.
I heard
Yeah.
nauseously optimistic. I heard that one too.
Obviously. Yeah, absolutely. Well, why don't we roll through some cartoons,
Why
and
don't we do that?
and we'll have Sonia with her wonderful voice,
Oh, that's right.
professional voice.
My job. My
Your
microphone's
job.
working.
This is why we pay you the big bucks.
I
So
get it.
I have to pull them up here. I was sitting there too busy gabbing. Now I put in a cartoon from last week too, just to kind of a couple of things that I redid from last year, and couple of Halloween things because that went by. Got to find where I'm at here. I'm tired, folks. Went to bed at 3, so it's my
I
excuse.
think everybody here is.
It's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Okay,
Did
here we
anybody
go.
in the chat room have late nights? Let's see.
no.
Greetings
got-
from Australia, Simon.
Simon's
we
in
did
here.
it, buddy.
All
Help
right.
is on the way, my friend.
Yeah, help
Help
is.
is on
Yeah,
the
we're
way.
gonna.
Let us
I'll-
patch our boat up.
Yeah. Australia's next. So
We're gonna start purging these governments of these commies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, you watch it, because they won't want to cooperate with Trump. This is
Yeah.
going to be, especially on trade. Trump's going to grab them by the short and curlies.
absolutely. I think there's so much on his plate. He only has 4 years to get it done. So
He's got a mandate.
yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The freaking popular vote.
Yep.
And one thing they were showing, the popular vote for the last few years,
Yep.
and each time the Democrats are like at 65 million or 66 million or 65 million, and then
Yep.
in 2020 it went to 81 million.
Yeah. Figure that one out.
Well, yeah, that's not so fishy, is it?
No.
Well, that's what I noticed about this time is that they had every time they tried to cheat, they just sicked a bunch of lawyers on them. Just went boom.
Every move they made, MAGA was there. Are you trying to cheat? We just checking. Yeah. Yeah, this is a great cartoon, and that was the perfect campaign.
Yeah, Sonia's got to do her thing though.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you want to see more like this, you can go to Americans for Limited Government.
Awesome.
very good.
Yeah. Yeah, this was.
I meant to wear a tie.
You still can. You got one hanging around there. Just throw
No,
it
it's too late to tie one on.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
she
Yeah, and
needs
this was.
to go back and get that job at McDonald's that she
Trick or
didn't
tweet.
really have.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Sonia, what do we have?
Oh, comicallyincorrect.com.
Awesome. Yeah, this was one. I did this one last year with only it had Biden over here, and I kind of augmented it a little bit.
I was wondering because I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah. And so I'm getting through the trick or treat ones here. And then this one I kind of updated a little bit. I put mega is garbage right here.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, the Headless Horseman, the legend of Sleepy and Hollow.
That is great. Sleepy and hollow.
Yeah.
Now those look like that donkey looks like it has Nancy Pelosi's legs or something.
All right, Sonja.
Them old 110-year-old legs holding up.
All right, Sonja, who's our sponsor here?
Our sponsor for this cartoon is Americans for Limited Government.
Thank you. Our sponsors will really appreciate it because I sometimes forget to call out the name, you know. All right, now we get into Sunday. Yeah.
Our sponsor for this is fun. Our sponsor for this is alphanews.org.
Absolutely.
This is fun.
Yeah. Make Minnesota great again. And who are the was it the Arabs or the Muslims? The population there that all of a sudden went for Trump.
Somalis. The
Somalis,
went
that's right.
for him,
Yeah.
Is that? Am I seeing a tampon gun?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Celebratory.
I've never. You know, I live in Tennessee. You don't see those that often. I mean,
Not often.
Celebratory tampons. That's what these are.
Oh God, I'm so happy we don't have to see him for the next.
Oh my
We
God.
would have
oh my
been
God!
4 years
Now
ago.
we can ridicule. I mean, it's like the stakes were so high.
Oh.
What they
The
put us
stakes
through.
have been so high. It's like, oh my gosh! But now we can chill a little bit.
Yeah.
They put us through.
Oh, what they put America through. They even their own people through, and they was too stupid to
Stupid
realize.
to know, right? Yeah.
You know when you're leaning back in a chair, you're leaning and you keep leaning, and all of a sudden you lose your balance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That instant is how it's been for like the last 2 years anyway.
Mm-hmm. Gotta
It's
leave.
like, now we get to sit up in our chair.
Well, there were two kinds of people. There were people that were really, really poor or on government assistance, and then you had the really wealthy, the CNN people, the upper middle, way above middle class, and those two ingredients were the ones that were kind of for Kamala, and then you had the middle class, but they didn't. It was only the people who have to depend on their wages, the people who have to work for a living, paying for groceries, and some of the elderly that couldn't afford the groceries that Kamala and Trump or Biden had dumped on them, and that was the two things that were. Thank God we had enough people that had enough common sense and wherewithal to go out and vote.
We've seen this day coming.
Well, we prayed
for it. Well, we prayed for it, but there was something, even when I had my doubts, I'm like, but Trump, it doesn't seem like Trump's story's over. It does not seem like there was something that told me this man wasn't done, although I didn't know he was going to actually succeed through all this stuff. But I just had that feeling. And then we learned that. Then of course, God protected him from the assassination attempt, and everything. It's like everything's been exposed. Like right before the election, they said they had that 12,000 jobs report. 12,000, and I saw Trump up on stage, and he says, "Thank you, God." I mean, all this stuff is like. All this evidence is falling through the ceiling tiles, and you can't help but not see it. It's right there.
Yeah, for a lot of people, it was right there. It was so obvious. It was hitting them right in the face, and some of them still couldn't see it because they're so entrenched in their brand that they vote for all the time that they couldn't make the connection.
The Joy Reids and they are gone. I mean, they're mental patients. They're
Yeah,
totally
that's
mental
just
patients.
total insanity.
Oh, I can't wait to watch them have a breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to look far. Or look, hey, didn't we?
Look at
This
that.
idea came up on the show last week. It was Sonia's idea,
I love
Mm-hmm.
it.
and so
And you know who's
I did it.
sponsoring it? Comically Incorrect. That's our own
Absolutely.
comicallyincorrect.com.
And if you
Absolutely.
look down, just yeah, right there where he's pointing by Trump's elbow, you see SONJ. He gave her
I
credit.
know. Hi.
See?
Hey, so you can go to all your friends, all your friends, and tell them, "Hey, look what I did."
But this one
Yeah.
is it's so true. They filled us with it's all they talked about was fear, hate, and
Mm-hmm.
fear, and calling us names, and we've just been abused.
Man, there's some clip. There's one clip I saw. I'm not sure who posted it. It's 23 minutes of just these liberal meltdowns. I mean, and you feel these people are terrified. These were mentally. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't joke about these people.
No.
They're mentally weak and they've been manipulated to the
Mm-hmm.
point where they are like just.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
terrified. They believe all that stuff that Trump's coming for them. He's coming for their friends, and he's going to. And wow,
But Joe
I
Dan,
mean,
Joe Dan, they did this the first time, 2016. He was going to cause World War III. He was going to collapse
Oh,
the
that's right.
economy, a litany of things that he was going to destroy our democracy. They did all this, and he did none of it.
yeah,
And they did the same
It's
thing,
the
only went
same
on
playbook.
steroids this time. I mean, they were pumped full of steroids on the hate machine. Hitler, Nazi, all of this, and the only and it's what do you call projection, because
Yep.
they're doing all the things that they say he was going to do,
Yep. If
arresting your opponents. Just
you want to know more about them, just listen to what they accuse the right
right.
of, and they do it.
Censorship, all of that.
Ignoring assassinations,
Mm-hmm.
ignoring. I mean, it's like in other news, somebody tried to shoot Trump, but did you see Joe Biden was at the ice cream factory today?
Here's how to walk your dog.
Yeah.
So, could you imagine though? You that segues right into exactly how they would have been if Kamala had an attempted assassination on her, or Biden, or Obama. It would be news 24/7 for 3 weeks. There would be no other news if that
No,
happened to
Still
them.
don't know anything about the would-be assassins.
No, I mean most people can't even remember his name, and at the moment I
Exactly.
can't even think of it.
Yeah, I know. Me
And
either.
that's a shame. But the dude who tried to kill the president,
Oh, we
I
don't
can't even
even.
think of it. What was his name?
All right, we don't even.
Oh yeah,
Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember his name?
I don't.
Cook,
Yeah,
Cook?
something like that.
Cook,
Yeah,
I
guess
think, or Crook, or
I
Cook.
could have looked that up and not exposed
Yeah, he
my
had-
ignorance.
He had like 3 accounts that were scrambled, and that the FBI said, "Oh, we can't get into those." Although they could do it to the J6ers, they for some reason couldn't break into his phone. It's like,
Right.
yeah, motivation.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
can't
on
wait
to-
till we get our society to the point where crime is not the most lucrative industry. I mean, where people actually go to jail. And that's what we have to see. That's what Trump has to do. And I believe that's exactly what we're about to see. He's been given the mandate to arrest these government officials.
Yeah,
And we don't want some of those sidebar when he drove the car or he was the office manager. No, we want the big ones. We want the
Yeah.
big fish.
yeah.
And
I
I
would
tell you
open up-
what, I think you may have it pulled up. I'm not sure. We were listening to Bannon's speech last night. Bannon was like, Trump's a nice guy. He may not, but we're not. We're gonna go there. Oh, someone
Well,
wrote
that-
in Thomas Crook. Yeah, Thomas Crook.
Yeah, Sonia, you said a good point. He should let his surrogates handle that
That's it.
stuff.
Yep.
Let the Steve Bannons and people out there do all that dirty work. He doesn't need to address that. He just needs to take action and do his
But you
thing.
know what? That's why we love Trump. Trump can't not talk about something.
No, I know. That's what makes Trump Trump.
It's
Yeah.
like your administration just indicted so and so. Can you imagine Trump saying, "I don't think I'm going to discuss that"?
I gotta bring my son just commented. He never hardly comments, but he comes in the show. So I'd like to
Todd!
point out that he worked to end criminality for homosexuality across the globe and help secure funding for historically African American colleges. People can't fathom that is real.
That it's real. That's true. You
Yeah.
know, that's a great point. That is so the opposite of what the way they describe him. But the fact is, Trump's agenda is not far removed. I mean, as far as social wise, it's not far removed from the Clinton agenda, the Clinton policies. So for these people to have their hair on fire,
Right.
ridiculous.
Right.
Clinton was a good politician. He was smart enough to just sit back and let Republicans.
He didn't do anything. Yeah,
Right.
he didn't.
Let the
He didn't
Republicans.
screw up the Republican economy,
Yeah.
and he let Newt Gingrich came in. They did their thing, and Clinton is back there with his cigar, having cigar parties.
Having cigars.
Having a cigar, you're going to go far.
Thank you, Todd, for commenting. I'll talk to you later. We'll have a conversation.
Right? Okay. Thomas Crook. See,
I love.
We have the name of the shooter, Thomas Crook. You were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ryan Ruth was the one over there, the second one at the golf course.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jittery.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this sponsor is American for Limited Government.
Awesome. We'll go on to the next one.
I didn't get to read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's
Oh,
go back.
I went to public school.
Oh, families at risk. I'm from the government. I'll decide what's good for the.
Isn't that the truth? Oh, golly, we don't have to deal
You
with
know what's crazy? In 2013, I used a clip on my show from that chick who was on MSNBC back then, and she had a lisp. Or something Harris Perry. Anyway, she was saying it's not your children don't belong to you; they belong to the government, and that was back in 2013.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember showing that clip, and people said, "Oh, they no way they'll go that crazy."
Yeah, if they let them live.
Right.
Yeah. If you make it for the first obstacle course, then here.
First
Like a game
hooks and
show.
scalpels. And this one I did just a few days before
I love that one.
last week. This was a
true.
last week cartoon.
This is so true.
Yeah. Phony impeachments, assassination attempts, lawfare, media lies, and he's still going. Fight.
And I like the bandage on the ear. Look at that. I see what you did.
Right
I
over
see.
here, yeah. Had to
See,
stick that
Branco
in there.
gets those little sneaky things in. You got to call him out. You got to call him out.
Yeah. Better pay attention. I sneak things in there once in a
Yeah,
while.
you do. Yeah, you do.
Man, if I was
that-
Trump, I'd be sleeping.
Hey,
like,
play that little video down there. Play a little video.
Hang on
Celebration.
one time. Sonia dropped the ball here.
oh yes, our sponsor for this wonderful cartoon is swampmonsters.news.
Awesome.
Man, that is so good. I almost
is
want to
good,
forget
yeah.
that you interrupt this video. Hurry up, let's get going.
Bing bing bong bong. Bing 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 bong bong. Bing 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 bang bang.
Okay, we got to play it again. We got to play it one more time just because it went by so fast. But that's him going bing, bing, bing. You remember when he goes bing, bing, bing?
Yeah,
Boom,
that's
boom,
true.
boom?
That's true.
Oh, that's great. I don't remember him saying that. That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
listen.
from the
Let's play it again.
Bing bing bong bong. Bing 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 bong bong. Bing 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 bang bang.
Man,
We're in a tired celebratory mood right now. So
Yeah, man.
But
When
we're
you,
having fun.
When you were opening the show, I thought you were getting ready to pass out.
Well, I did. It just the chair
We're
moved and I
emotionally
woke up.
we're emotionally drained too. It's I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we stayed up last night.
Yeah.
This has been a long time
Everybody.
coming. We are wiped out emotionally and physically. I know I am.
Yeah, I think we have a right to celebrate for a little while, a couple of
Hold on,
days
we
anyway.
actually have Mario in the room. We just played a clip of Mario, and Mario is in the room.
Where are you, Mario?
Yeah, and
Super true.
it came about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, Mario. I don't see him here on the chat, but
He's
is he in the chat? Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
See what Mario has to say.
Yeah.
And Mario says the Witches of the View went out wearing sandals and sweatpants. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I can't get the view on my TV. I have a smart TV.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad joke. You said you promised some bad jokes, and that's a pretty good one.
Well, I'll try to do worse. My bad.
Yeah. We have a lot of people in the chat. I want to say hi to everybody. We got Squeaky Says,
Oh, I gotta get
Fancy,
a rumble.
LinkedIn user. Who else we have in here? Oh, we have Terrence. We have Simon, of course. Simon from Australia. We're coming for you,
Cool.
Simon. Help is on the way. Like Joe Dan said, we're patching up the boat right now.
Yeah, we gotta patch our boat up first, but
Yeah.
reinforcements will be there soon. Just keep holding out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, most Australian media is extremely anti-Republican, Simon says.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is. It
What
takes
about that
people.
Sky News that we see? Y'all have that one chick. There's a couple of people on there.
Yeah.
The Sky
That's
News
Australia.
Australia that are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
Who are those
I've heard,
people?
seen them.
I don't know, but they were on it before our people were. They were making fun of Biden and laughing at him every day since he got elected. They were on it.
Yeah, I don't know how the population lets their government get away with what they're doing. You know, it's like, hopefully it'll turn around for them. You got some white guys for Trump coming up.
I have a picture of a little short video of me and my buddies in line getting ready to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
This was we voted early.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, we were fired up. You could tell we were all excited. Yeah.
What's going over on Rumble? The Rumble chat.
I'm trying to get over there. I'm moving. I'm just so discombobulated.
Whoa, I can't even think straight.
I'm gonna move my screen over there.
Super Trump. That is.
Yeah. We got Nikki Vicky.
I can't even think
John
straight.
Starr.
Wow.
Lon Will.
I'm gonna move my screen over there.
Edward Wilson. Deplorable Dissident. Kay Zini. I might be pronouncing some of these wrong, but
You probably are. But you
BTT.
you should be like me and not have any accent.
Yeah.
You know, people can have no idea where I'm from when I speak because it's so regionless.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I mean, I've always had my bad Southern accident, but when I was in California, man. I'm sorry. Well, I love Sonya. This is no reflection on you, but there's some dumbasses out there. I was at a party, and there was a table full of these blonde girls, and they all had orange skin. It was like the weirdest thing. It was in the '80s, and I was talking. They said, "Oh, we love your accent. What part of England are you from?" Oh, the southern part. You know.
Well, I
So
will tell you, my southern relatives, when I went out there, they thought I was from England too. England, though.
England.
They were like, "Where are you from?"
Yeah.
Well, I see we have South Carolina girl. She's always there with her Pepsi. And
Yeah.
Juan's in the house. And Okie from Skokie. Yeah, BTT. That always
Mm.
makes me want to jam on some Bachman Turner Overdrive. But it's
Yeah.
BTT and not BTO. But,
Yeah. Right.
you remember them?
Yeah. They're from Washington State. They live right up the road from me.
Really?
Well,
They're from
his mansion
Canada.
is. I did some
Well,
recording in his studio a few years ago.
Oh, that's
well,
cool.
they may live there now, but they're from Canada.
Yeah, he lives right up by the border, actually, or his house is. I don't know if he still lives there. It was a pretty good size
Randy
mansion.
Bachman, is that you
Yeah,
talking
Randy
about?
Bachman is who
We'll have to break out
resided
some
there.
of their stuff one of these nights.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure they got some live clips.
Oh, especially last night, Jake Tapper had a bad night. He had a bad night. It was not good for him.
Really?
We
He
need to.
wasn't. He didn't gleefully turn it over.
No, they were showing him how many areas of the country that Kamala outperformed Joe Biden
Oh,
from the last election.
oh.
And yeah, Jake is like,
Didn't
anyway, it's up there if you want to play it.
didn't
Let
handle
me
it
take
well.
down Jittery Hobo. State-run
Oh, he
legacy
did.
media brainwashing turned the public into useful idiots. They are operating out of Soviet playbook. It all goes back to the book, The Naked Communists, where it
We've
was
reviewed
all
that book.
documented.
We've reviewed a lot of that book. It was
Mm-hmm.
also entered into the Congressional Record in 1963.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
we've seen that they told us what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it that they gave us the roadmap. And here's our blueprints and here's
Well,
our IDs.
and they took
and
over the Democrat Party. People
and
don't
some in
realize the
the
Democrat
Republican
Party.
Party. And
Yeah.
that's where now we're going to clean house on the Republican side. We voted
Oh,
for a
yeah.
lot of garbage on the
Yeah.
Republican side,
Let,
and because we did it for Trump,
let's take
now
a
we're gonna fix him.
let's take a look at Jake Tapper here
Okay.
celebrating.
He's
So you
tapped
asked,
out.
are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
He set him up. Oh man, that was messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
great.
go ahead, go lay down, Jake. We'll
He
take care of things.
he should have warned him ahead of time that was going to happen. Poor little Jake.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a little
well,
upset.
yeah, poor Jake.
Poor little Jake. You know who else is miserable today is Miss Liz Cheney.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
know who's
relevant.
probably not so miserable are the Bidens.
The Bidens are the
Yeah.
happiest people outside of us.
Jill Biden wore a red suit
Red.
going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
She may as well
Yeah.
have. She
Now,
may have well worn a MAGA hat.
yeah.
Like her husband already has.
Has.
Yeah. Now I understand that Biden invited Trump to the White House. Was that just a rumor, or I saw that
sounds about
on?
right. I'm so sleepy.
He
But Biden invited
congratulated
Trump.
he congratulated Trump and invited him to the White
The
House.
White House. I think so too. I
So-
think you're right.
I saw that on Gateway Pundit.
Wow. No, I didn't. I wouldn't go. Don't go. Don't go.
Don't eat nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Don't eat or
Yeah.
drink.
And here, try this little glass of smoking iced tea we have here. Don't ignore the smoke coming out of it.
Nor the smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
these
yeah.
poor people. They must be miserable.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
I know how I feel when we lose. I'm not willing to go out in the street and fall down and scream at the sky.
Yeah, right.
But what I do when we lose, it just gives me more energy and more oomph to fight harder next time. That's
you
just
guys-
my energy.
Well, I have to commend you guys. You've been working hard. all these years to keep the country afloat and to pull us past this point, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate what you guys do.
Well,
Thank you.
thanks. You
Thank
know,
you.
and we
Well,
have been doing this a long time. We started out with the Tea Party.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe
I'm
Dan and I
thinking, I ain't
started at
gonna
the
lie.
same time, I think.
Yeah, about 2010, and I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's when
lie.
I started with the Tea Party, but then I backed out. I'm a chicken. I
These last 6 months have been really difficult for
really.
everybody, including me. You know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know,
I,
and people look to me to give them some hope and stuff, and I love doing that, and I felt that it was not fake or anything.
yeah.
But staring at that dark, evil abyss every day, and then I mean,
Oh,
evil,
Just
evil,
evil.
right.
and our hope was placed on something that was considered impossible.
What I don't understand is how
The
they could
only way
know.
the only way we could achieve it was with God, and by gosh, and by God, we did it.
Yep.
We really did it. I
Now,
mean,
aren't
that's
you
amazing.
aren't you amazed at how they don't realize just how evil they are? They
That's what killed. I
that's
don't
what kills
understand
me.
that.
It's they're doing these things and they're lying and they're cheating and they're putting forth policies that are just god awful, and they don't even realize just how much they're falling into the hands of evil and doing the devil's work.
I think they just don't care. I think at first there was probably a breaking point. Well, maybe should I don't really want to tell this lie, but
Yeah.
once they tell that lie, they've started making it comfortable, and then they can tell that
Sure.
next one and the next one,
Or their
and
policy, they'll say, well, I'm not really for this, but I think it'll get us elected and we'll have more power in the Senate, more power in the House, and we'll have more power overall. So we can do these evil things here, but when we get all our power, then we'll do some good things.
Oh,
It
you're
doesn't
giving them
work
a
like
lot
that.
more credit than I give them.
Maybe I am.
I think that's evil and crazy. Don't know that's evil and crazy.
Yeah, there
boom,
you
I
go.
think
I
you
agree.
said it.
That's
They just
perfect.
don't know.
Right.
And Sonya's our expert on evil and crazy because she lives in
Exactly.
California. She lives
You
in
want to know
California.
about that? You just ask me if I live in
Yeah,
it.
She lives
I
amongst
bailed
them.
California. I bailed
Yep.
California
I'm
years
waiting to
ago.
leave
So,
too.
I lived in
but
California for a short time. Sure did. Lived
yeah,
in Santa Monica. And there was a
yeah,
guy. I mean, I was like 20 years old. I mean, I was young. I was the young dumbass. We're sitting there on the beach. There's a guy. They called him One Note, and he roller skated, and he played a guitar, and he had a
yeah.
little
Oh,
amplifier that he wore around the side, and they called him One Note. And yeah, I'll never forget One Note. And that's basically all he knew was one note. He was not
You're
good, but he
yeah,
was a good skater. He could skate good.
yeah. As long as you have good words to the music, one note will work.
Yeah, he didn't care. Hell, he was so high you couldn't. I don't even know what language he spoke actually, but that's not important.
We got a video here to show. Which one you
Okay,
want
you
to
know what?
do?
We were talking about the good and evil. The
Yeah,
second one is
I see
Trump.
it.
This is a clip from Intellectual Frog Legs, but it's just a recent clip of Trump talking about God,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was God is why we won.
yep.
God is why we won 1,000%. And so, but anyway, it's Trump talking about God.
Okay.
As I look back at my life's journey and events, I now recognize that it's been the hand of God leading me to where I am today. And my faith took on new meaning on July 13th in Butler, Pennsylvania, where I was knocked to the ground, essentially, by what seemed like a supernatural hand. And I would like to think that God saved me for a purpose, and that's to make our country greater than ever before.
God bless that man. God bless
Mm-hmm.
God. Thank you, God. I mean, that's the thing. We got to thank God. You know, don't forget to do that. But you know, the only bittersweet part of this whole thing, I mean, is that there's going to be a group of people who have no idea how freaking close we were a hair's breadth away from losing everything.
Right.
Losing this country, losing everything. And they didn't care when it was happening. They don't care now. They never know.
No, they were completely the opposite. They were upset that the bullet didn't get him.
Yeah.
How evil?
What
How
about
much evil
that
does that
crazy-
take?
Yeah, how much evil? Yeah, right, Sonia,
Well,
how much evil?
And you know what? We're going to be reaching out. But that's what we do. I don't have to tell you guys, be nice. We're not going to be nice to assholes if they're rude to us, but we're not going to just be the instigators of being jerks. Well, most of us, there's some, we have our share of assholes. But overall, we want things to chill. Calm the hell down. We can disagree. That's what this new unity party proves. You got Robert Kennedy and Trump. Trump says, you ain't getting near the gas and oil stuff, but you take over this. Yeah. But they disagree, and guess what? They're on the same team.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can do that. We can
But I don't
do
know
that.
I don't know how you disagree with secure borders, lower taxes, no wars, a great economy. You have to be very warped in your philosophy to think that those aren't good things, and that in contrast what Biden and Kamala the last 4 years, and contrast that against Trump's 4 years. It's a no-brainer, and so something else is at work in their minds.
They don't have no brain.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know. I think that when you fill somebody's head with, illegal immigration means you hate brown people. And it was so clearly, these were people from all over. But if you train up people to think that everything is racist, sexist, homophobic, this, and that, and the other, they virtue signal that way. They feel good about themselves if they champion something that just doesn't make, a woman's reproductive right. That's not what this is about, what the real term is.
Yeah, they lie about everything.
Lie about
And
everything.
by the way, Sonia, we want to thank you for helping us in our white supremacist movement.
Yeah.
I had a couple of openings.
Yeah. You got to vote. You got Scott up here on CNN.
Yeah, Scott Jennings is the only sane person over on CNN, and he just laid it down. This is a really good clip from him today. I think it was from this morning, or it may have been right after they lost last night. But really good clip. I just love watching. I love seeing CNN soil themselves. There's
This is
something
a
magic.
mandate. Has won the national popular vote for the first time for a Republican for the first time since 2004. This is a big deal. This isn't backing into the office. This is a mandate to do what you said you were going to do. Get the economy working again for regular working class Americans, fix immigration, try to get crime under control, try to reduce the chaos in the world. This is a mandate from the American people to do that. I think I'm interpreting the results tonight as the revenge of just the regular old working class American, the anonymous American who has been crushed, insulted, condescended to. They're not garbage. They're not Nazis. They're just regular people who get up and go to work every day and are trying to make a better life for their kids, and they feel like they have been told to just shut up when they have complained about the things that are hurting them in their own lives. I also feel like this election, as we sit here and pour over this tonight, is something of an indictment of the political information complex. I mean, we've been sitting around here for the last couple of weeks, and the story that was portrayed was not true. I mean, we were told Puerto Rico was going to change the election. Liz Cheney, Nikki Haley voters, women lying to their husbands. Before that, it was Tim Walz and the camo hats. Night after night after night, we were told all these things and gimmicks were going to somehow push Harris over the line, and we were just ignoring the fundamentals. Inflation, people feeling like that they were barely able to tread water at best. That was the fundamentals of the election. And so I think that both parties should always look at the results of an election, and figure out what went right and what went wrong. But I think for all of us who cover elections and talk about elections and do this on a day-to-day basis, we have to figure out how to understand, talk to, and listen to the half of the country that rose up tonight and said, we've had enough.
How does this guy not get fired? How did he not
That's
get
what I was
fired?
going to say. They made a big mistake hiring that guy. Boy, but did you see them after he finished speaking? They had to adjust they didn't know what to say afterwards.
Yeah, they're like, okay.
Okay.
You saw some of them head bobs coming and them.
Just like.
But you know, though, the thing about it, I mean, over the history of humanity, there's always been peasants. We're the peasants. But the difference now is we're educated. We know what they're doing. They created that internet. You know, it was designed to spy on us and manipulate us and control us. And we, in the meantime, we started using it. We learned it. We started fact-checking the fact-checkers. So we turned their whole thing around.
That's why they want to get rid of Elon Musk for starting that X thing.
They were talking about arresting him once they took power back. Shutting his companies, arresting him.
Yeah.
This is evil. And
they want to pull us back into the dark ages.
They're going to get punched back in the mouth. You're going to see why they did not want Trump anywhere near that. And now Trump's in there with that mandate, like he said. That mandate, that is massive, massive, massive.
Well, let's. I got an idea here. Let's do. Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Don't hurt yourself. Okay, I'm gonna throw up some older cartoons. I don't know what I threw some in the grab bag here. So
you gonna throw up again? Oh, good.
So here we go. This is an earlier one I did. This was back in 2020. She comes off as a moderate. Harris record, pro-Green New Deal, destroy private health insurance, defund police, no fracking, open borders.
Could they have picked a worse candidate?
Thank God they did.
Think about it a second. Yeah, that's what God does. You know, there's a prayers about make the enemy stumble. That was a stumble.
Yeah. And then throw Waltz in it. Then throw Waltz when you go to relay.
It's like, this turd sandwich ain't big enough.
Yeah, throw a tampon.
Scoop up.
They threw themselves into that position by getting a DEI hire. They're eating up their own by.
That's right. It's like they threw themselves under the bus.
They threw themselves under the bus. Yeah.
They self-bustulated.
Yeah, right. That's for sure.
Oh, wow. So the sponsor for this is legalinsurrection.com.
I used to do cartoons for them a few years ago. And it was very amiable. In fact, I use their Legal Insurrections website all the time for information. Great guy, Professor William Jacobson over there. Great site. Check it out if you get a chance.
Check it out, yeah. This is so
I think they sued Branco, so he had to say that. No, I'm good.
And this is what's going to happen if this is what I can see happening again because Trump was elected.
We are beginning a new era where what we just stepped out of is going to be called something like the dumbass era, the era, something. The mental patient era, whatever.
Darkness.
But we're stepping out of that now. But your cartoons will be a part of history. I mean, that's what they do. What did they call Chaz?
Remember that?
Then they changed it to Chop, and these are some of the slogans that they had back then. Build bridges, not walls. Say no to voter ID. And then this guy's saying, I need to see some ID to get in.
Yeah. And they charge white people extra.
Yeah, they charge white people to get in.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
they said you're a brown, you can come on in.
Yeah.
Whitey, pay up,
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's some guy over there says, "Mom, send food and
Oh
sunglasses."
yeah, that. And
Yeah.
those are the same people who I think Tucker mentioned it this way that who built nothing, who created nothing, and they're the ones turned down our statues of heroes who built this nation.
Tearing down
Those
everything.
assholes need to be in prison. I would throw them. I can't stand these people.
I titled this one Hypocrisyville. This was from 2020 as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, maybe not prison. That was a little harsh. Well,
What did
they
they
need
call
to.
it? The season of love or something?
Yeah, what
What's that
I
called?
don't
Something
know.
with love while they were burning up the
And
place.
yeah, they burnt down federal buildings. They do that in Portland and Seattle.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then
something of love. What was the name? What was that?
Summer of Love?
Somebody in the chat. Summer of Love. That's it.
Was it
That's
Summer
it.
of Love? And then I don't know if you remember that young black kid. They shot him, and they wouldn't call for help to get an ambulance or somebody in there to help him. He ended up
Yeah.
dying in there.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
dad was beside himself. I remember his interview. It was
Yeah.
horrible to watch.
people are sick of this lawless bullshit.
Oh yeah, Sonia.
Sick of it.
What?
Oh.
Sonia.
The sponsor for this cartoon is Americans for Limited Government.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't like a DEI hire, were you?
Ha ha ha! You'll see.
No.
No,
That
no.
was absolutely a joke.
Oh,
I
here's
was a
another one
DEI
for.
hire.
Here's another one for sponsored by Americans for Limited Government. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that nobody paid any attention to Hollywood. Kamala had every Diddy party person alive on stage, shaking their butts and singing, and it didn't
man.
work.
Yeah, you
I've
know
never
something about Hollywood.
I've never seen where something that had so much credibility, nobody pays up any mind anymore. Hollywood and the media,
They're sunk.
they're done, and they just make their behavior in these last few weeks, editing videos, replacing answers. I mean, they're just. Everybody sees it. They're done, and they didn't have any credibility left anyway. But.
Yeah.
No. No. Sonia's from around Hollywood. She used to work for Living Color, so she knows all these people really
In
well.
Living Color.
In Living Color, yeah.
I worked on a lot of shows, and they're all crazy, and they're still crazy.
We ought to some night. We ought to go back and take a little a trip back through time and watch a few clips from In Living Color.
We really should, because I tell you what, we could do half of the stuff that
was comedy. I mean, they would.
That was real comedy.
You had the guy,
But-
the handicap hero, handyman.
Handyman.
Yeah, you couldn't do that
you had
today,
the
could you?
Men on film.
But we should find clips. We should find some clips that Sonia actually worked on and did.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Hard to find, yeah.
And we were talking about how you knew somebody that Everybody Loves Raymond.
She was, one of the co-producers. I took her writing class. It was the first writing class I ever took. Was trying to get in and see what I could do, and she told me that I would be great at this. So she's like, "You can do this," and that gave me the
see. And now you've made it all the way up to comically incorrect. I mean,
and look at me now.
Cartoons, etc. Yeah, look at you now.
Look at this. I'm
That's awesome.
And it's all about money.
Here's another one that struck me. If a tree falls in the swamp and the mainstream media won't report it, will anyone hear about it?
Wow.
Yeah. We've learned that.
Biden corruption. China.
Chris
I hope they don't.
says
What's that?
It's the most powerful or the most insidious power of the media is their power to ignore.
Absolutely, and I hope they don't drop the ball on investigating Clinton, or not Clinton, but Biden, because that guy is so corrupt. There's so much on him. I hope they don't drop it. People need to know.
No, I don't know.
People need to know.
The people are going to let them forget it. You know, the people,
Yeah.
we did not send these people to DC just to remove them. We
Right.
sent them to
Right.
get shit done. And that's what Trump knows. And he knows if anybody's ever going to do it in history, it's him. And it's now. And he has a mandate to do it. Go in there and break shit.
Bannon will
My
get 'em.
language on
This is a special request from one of the followers that follow me on, I think, True Social or Twitter. I can't remember. He said, "You got to bring that cartoon back." Well, I think he had in mind to bring it.
That was great. I love
This is great.
Oh,
and that's
Yeah.
again legalinsurrection.com. That's the website you're talking about.
I did quite a
that's
few.
when
I
they
used
sued
to,
him into saying something nice about him.
yeah, yeah, and I never go against a good lawyer. And William Jacobson, he teaches law school at Cornell, so
Really?
yeah, he's a good guy. He's been hit hard over there at Legal Insurrection. They've tried to shut him down. Isn't that funny how they always trying to shut people down who have a different view than they do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it is such a predictable pattern over a century. It's what they do. I mean,
But
if
remember
you know
when
who they are.
remember when we were trying to tell people that was happening on Facebook and and nobody believed us. We've been gaslit and we've been treated so badly over the past several years.
Oh
And
gosh.
the cloud just opened up this morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
And everybody got tired of hearing their democracy crap. Democracy.
Oh my God.
And
Oh.
I found this AI clip where they came in and it actually puts their democracy in perspective. This AI comes in and replaces the word democracy with bureaucracy.
Let's play it.
And it's pretty cool.
I'll play it right now. Since
Democrats
you mentioned it.
fail.
It's a good one.
It might be the end of American bureaucracy.
Our bureaucracy really is in fundamental peril.
The foundations of American bureaucracy under attack.
They want to destroy our bureaucracy.
We are a bureaucracy in danger.
We're watching an election where people are on the ballot openly advocating the end of bureaucracy.
That's what Republicans are doing, attacking bureaucracy, attempting to destroy bureaucracy, and they're doing it with glee.
This is the end of bureaucracy in America.
When will America stop sleepwalking towards the end of bureaucracy?
Right. It's Democrats versus, as Bill Kristol says, the end of bureaucracy.
We are essentially, as Neil put it, one vote away from sort of the end of bureaucracy as we know it.
I think our bureaucracy and the stability of that bureaucracy is really the thing on the ballot and really so important.
This is probably the most corrupt time in American history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just ever throughout the media. I mean, they were just sleeping together. The media and the government. We got to separate that. That's why we need the wall of separation.
Yeah, and the thing is that we've always known that Democrats, if they get a little power, they always overreach. Yeah. And they have overreached in such a big way. But I didn't know they'd overreach so badly to where it was Marxism, plain and simple. I didn't know that was you hear about Marxism, and you always have an idea that there are Marxists in the Democrat Party. But are they willing to overreach that much to where they want to get that Marxist philosophy entrenched in America? And they showed it this last few years.
Yep.
They've shown it.
Yep.
Even Biden, I was surprised Biden would even allow it, but he isn't in his right mind. So
we have political prisoners that are getting ready to be freed, and they're going to be heroes. They're going to be heroes.
You think Trump will pardon them?
Trump's going to do in 3 years, they're going to do the America's 250th anniversary celebration. It's going to start, what I heard was going to start on Memorial Day and then end on 4th of July.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
It's supposed to be something that's, Trump's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be gold on it somewhere.
Yeah.
No, these guys, Rush Limbaugh used to say that once the Democrats get in power, they overreach.
Yeah,
But I've
absolutely.
never seen them overreach into just to the people like this. I know that they,
Forcing people to take
they attack
injections,
Mm-hmm.
forcing churches to close,
Yep.
but keeping
Yep.
their big corporate buddies open.
Right.
I go back to
what the hell?
I go back to a conversation that I listened to on Rush Limbaugh. Speaking of Rush Limbaugh, where a caller called in and said we should just let him win so we can show everybody how bad it can be. Of course,
Mhm.
Rush Limbaugh disagreed with that, but now we're there. We've seen just how bad it can
No
be.
mistaking it.
No.
We got
So-
to the edge. That's what I'm saying. There's so many people that will not ever understand how close to the end of America we were at.
Mhm.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we were looking over the edge, man.
They were going to
Looking
stack
over
the
edge.
court. They had nine. We had
And the
9 justices.
filibuster,
They were going to
stack the
filibuster
court.
and stack the court to the point where it didn't matter how many conservatives you had on it. I don't like to call the justices conservatives. I like to call them constitutionalists, constructionists, because they go by the Constitution, even if we disagree with it. Even if a conservative doesn't like it, they will try to stick and adhere to the Constitution. You won't get that. You won't get that if they get in control and are allowed to stack it. It'll all be left, loony, communist, and the Constitution will mean nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, by the way, don't forget, Trump said if he got elected, he would end the Russia-Ukraine war before he took office.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him do it.
I bet if
Watch
anybody
him
can do it, he will.
Oh, it's not me. If he's going to do it, he'll do it. Trump, I don't believe Trump makes public statements unless he can back them up. I have never seen anybody back up their BS like Trump. I mean, that was the first term. He's like saying, I can do this and that, and I'll be a son of a bitch if he didn't do every freaking thing he said.
Yeah,
Well,
he had a long list.
Yeah, he did. The left keeps saying, well, Mexico didn't pay for the wall.
Yeah, well, actually, in a way, they kind of did in
He
some
got
way with
the
the troops.
Mexican military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this cartoon here just shows exactly I'm trying to illustrate just how loony left these people are. And then you got Trump here. So check this out. Border security, racist. Law and order, racist, fascist. Better trade deals, racist, misogynist. It's time we unite America. I demand a recount.
They don't believe
You could apply that to today. You could apply
That
that
is
to this
perfect,
election.
man.
Oh,
That
that's-
is so perfect.
That's from 2016. Oh, and you can find this at libertyalliance.com. That's 2016.
Yeah, I'm not doing cartoons for Liberty Alliance. They sold out and changed their name and went to doing something else. But it sounded great, Sonia.
That sounded wonderful. Let's talk to our Jerry points out the Houthis in Yemen are saying, you know what? We don't think we want to screw around anymore. You know what? They're terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start a floral business.
Laura, she said, I like the kitchen sink. That was in the Chaz cartoon I did, the Summer of Love cartoon. I had a kitchen sink over there on the side for some reason.
Oh, Laura posted the thing from the Babylon Bee. That's hilarious. Laura Larson. The Democrats warn that if Trump is elected, it will be the end of bureaucracy. That's perfect. Perfect timing on that.
Yeah. So we can't let him get elected. We can't have democracy because we've got to save democracy. Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy, yeah. That's true. That's true. He'll end some of the bureaucracy. I know that's Elon. He's going to pull Elon in to see where they can cut the government, just like he did with Twitter. He cut like 80% of it or something, and it worked better than it was.
Oh man!
I'm so pooped. I don't know what I was dreaming or not, but I think he said he could cut $3 trillion already. Just looking,
I heard 2 or 3 trillion. I heard 2 or 3 trillion.
And also, he had like 400 different bureaucracies overlinking each other in their authority. He said you could cut it down to 99.
Holy moly! That's why.
I can't even name, but maybe about 5 agencies. And it's over 400.
Sonja, we got a new
sponsor. Sponsor for this cartoon is Americans for Limited Government.
And this is Bill Clinton and Hillary. Would you believe it's Jake from State Farm? Remember that commercial where the wife comes in and doesn't believe he's talking to Jake from State Farm?
She's just such a and look how I wonder how happy. How do you think Barack is celebrating about right now?
Well, I think he's got mixed emotions because nobody knows how far Trump's going to go, and looking into their behavior, let's just say.
I bet he better be
nervous,
terrified. I'm gonna use the bad phrase, but I would, because it goes up to him, and everybody knows it goes up to him. Trump knows it goes up to him. Everybody,
and then Soros.
Yeah,
that's who. Yeah, we gotta go after them.
Yeah, although he's probably sitting in. Go ahead, Sonja.
Oh no, I was gonna say I know he's not no fan of Kamala either, so he's probably got mixed feelings. He's glad to see her go. But
he's probably sitting in one of his mansions contemplating what he's going to do next, to help the little people.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, this cartoon here, I love people. Anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Is that Jake Tapper? I mean, is that who's the guy? Clapper? Is that Clapper?
Clapper.
Right?
That looks like Clapper back there. Yeah. So anyway, we're here now.
Well, we made it through.
We had one more video here. I see we haven't taken it. Something about war.
Oh, it's not. We can play it. It was one of those clips on the editing room floor that didn't make it in frog legs. Let me grab it. I do a lot of these little videos.
So speaking of frog legs, you guys got to head over to intellectualfroglegs.com and check out his latest video. It's awesome.
Great.
It's actually a pre-election video.
You have that cover?
Yeah, I do. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up here.
Yeah. And my attitude between that one and the next one, oh my goodness. This I can't wait to start working on the next show.
I like that.
Yeah. There's the cover. So when you go to Intellectual Frog Legs, this is the cover of the video. So click on it.
The Foolish Ones.
Yeah.
The 24 election episode. Yeah. So that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice cover. Nice cover.
Well worked out.
Yeah. And you have the war. Where's this one here?
The second one. Yeah, the second one. This is didn't make it to the show.
Okay. So.
It's a great version of the song. It's a more modern version.
Yeah. Here we go.
Good God, y'all. Absolutely. Say it.
Man, we have gone through too much. This is too much.
Yeah, but you know what? You meant somebody who in the room. Where did I see that? I think I saw. Anyway, they want to send Ukraine more money,
Right.
and you know they're gonna be grabbing money with both hands.
Oh my
They're
God.
they can get everything you can while you can get it.
Why you can get it?
Yeah, you think the Clintons were bad? You remember they left? They stole silverware.
I know.
Furniture.
Sheets off the bed. Right.
Get some of them soap things.
Well, before we go, I would like just to address the chat. We have a lot of people chatted today. Is that the word? Chatted?
Chatted. Shit.
Yeah.
Lady Chatterley.
Shit.
Yeah.
Choked.
You took a chip, what?
Like choted it. I don't know.
Don't chip me.
But so I'm throwing up a few of these comments. You got Jittery Hobo. What? Jittery Hobo.
Mike Davis said today on War Room that the Crossfire Hurricane scam will be one of the first things released in January. Boom! The Communist Kenyan will not be pleased with that. Very good. Very good.
Yep. And then what's Simon? Simon's got something else here. I can't read that. If you can read it for
the
me.
WEF and globalists are not going to give up. It's going to be really hard to stop them. Yeah, but we took a hell of a step today, my friend.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
We just took the United States of government, something they've been trying to do, something they had, and we took it from them.
And the world follows us in a lot of ways. Whatever we are, they'll have a tendency to gravitate to our policies. And that was the problem with Biden's, is they were gravitating to the globalist policies. And well, that's my opinion anyway.
And then plus we have God on our side, or we're on God's side. You know, God doesn't pick sides. You better be on His. And I think
you got to be on His.
Demonstrated that we are.
Yeah.
Or we're all trying to. Well, we all try to be. You know.
Yeah. Well, you got a closing song for us?
Yeah, I just thought we'd a little something from the '90s. Song, and it's a live performance. And you know, I know old Carlos Santana, the liberal.
He's a big lefty.
But he's not a nasty one. He's not like, you know, Bruce Springsteen or one of those. He doesn't really, you know. And then plus, you know, I used to be a musician, and quite frankly, they're dumb. You know, you can't. And it's like you can't get mad at a cat for having fur. You know. So yes.
Wonder how Robert De Niro's doing tonight.
You know what? Let's wish him well.
He's crying, I'm sure. Yeah, he wants to smack Trump in the face.
We should get that old Hank Jr. song. There's a tear in my beer.
You are on my lonely mind. We got South Carolina girl over here keeping everybody in line. I want to say my appreciation for everybody over there. That's awesome to see all those comments.
Nana Vicky, a deplorable dissident, and Seymour of West Virginia. Yeah.
Anna Lestenberg.
Yeah, we don't want none of that Trump guy.
No.
We saw him mess up the Bush dynasty, the Clinton dynasty, the Biden dynasty, now the Obama dynasty. No, I want to protect my dynasty.
Hey, Sonia, what do you have for closing thoughts here for everyone?
Just God bless the USA in a big way.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, you know, there's so many things that fall under that, but God bless you. He did.
Blessed. You can even say God blessed the USA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again.
Again.
And we
what was it, Bill? Wild Bill used to say, "Bless, God bless."
God bless America again. That's what he say. God bless America.
But I think we've been praying like we've never prayed before. I think, and collectively, I think we.
I think you're right. You're sitting like right before the election. You had all those videos of people praying, like the children in India. Children in India. A whole big, like a massive classroom, and they were all holding their hands up, and one was leading the prayer, and it was just a wonderful prayer. It was, I mean, it was all over the world.
Did you have an update on Wild Bill? I haven't heard anything from him for a while. I haven't seen his videos anywhere.
You know what? Wild Bill had millions of people on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he got swindled out of it, and he's never been able to they really screwed him. They took his channel from him and everything. Anyway, no, he's still around. He's doing well. He's doing good. He's just not as much in out in everybody's face.
Yeah, you think he'll be at the next Frog Legs barbecue that you're planning
we're
on the
going
1st
to
of August?
resume the Frog Leg Cookout. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're always in August. And we suspended it during the Biden era.
Well, the COVID thing, I think you stopped it for the COVID
Yeah, we
thing
started because of the COVID, and then, but with the Frog Leg Cookout, they will resume, and it's in August. It's always the first Saturday in August because it's after the 4th of July, and it's before school starts.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a gap there where people are free, and but you need to subscribe to Intellectual Frog Legs. I don't spam you. I hardly send out that many emails anyway. But for updates, go subscribe at intellectualfroglegs.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it this year and hang out with whoever wants to show up.
This is going to be a special celebration.
Yeah, it's a good year to do.
This is going to be a special celebration. We might even get all beef bologna this time.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not messing around.
Yeah, and so we got to get Sonja there too.
Oh
yeah,
I've been
Sonja's been there. So it freaked me out.
I didn't tell him I was coming.
Oh,
yeah,
and it was the first time we had met in person. We'd known each other for 100 years, but it's the first time.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm like, wow, look at there. So but we will get everybody here. And then like the last time Branco would get up on stage and do a drawing. And he would take requests and he'd draw a picture, and then we would auction it off for our military. We had
that's very cool.
The Code of Vets was there, and we would give them the money.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's say goodbye and close it out.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, Sonja's getting sleepy.
I have my pajamas on already.
Everybody out there, if you shared anything, if you talked to anybody that was part of what won this, thank everybody. God bless you all. And I can't even say, it's like God can even understand you if you just grunt.
We're exhaustingly energetic
and excited. We've got an amazing future coming. This is an amazing new chapter of American history starting.
All good.
It sure the hell is. Boom. Let's do this.
We'll see you guys.
Knock it out.
See everybody on the chat. We'll see you next Wednesday, hopefully. We'll see
next week. Was that
next week? Let me hit this.
Man, it's a hard one. Like 7 inches from the midday sun. Well, I hear you whisper and the words melt everyone, but you stay so cool. My Mona Lisa, my Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa. You're my reason for reason, the step in my groove, this life ain't good enough. I would give my world to lift you up. I would change my life to better suit your mood. 'Cause you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from turning of the world, so soft and slow, turning you round and around. And if you said this life ain't good enough, I would give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood, because you're so sweet. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah, give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. The same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah, give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Or else forget about it. Or else forget about it. Oh, don't forget about it. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Yeah. Forget about it. Dance one more, make it real. Oh, I hear your music on the radio. Oh, let's don't forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
End the show.
All right.
I'm gonna be smiling in my sleep.
End the show.